Morning everyone, I am out in my local area again today. This place is called Broadwater Warren and it's an RSPB nature reserve, and I know that they've been doing quite a lot of clearing to try and obviously encourage back the bird population, bring back sort of native British trees, broadleaf trees, and get rid of some of the conifer stock that they've got here, which was sort of around from the time of the war when they needed it for the timber. So, but I found that this little sort of clump of 5 tall conifers here, which just looks good together. I mean, it's an odd number, or 3, 5, 7 is always good. So I'm just waiting for a bit of light to drop onto these trees, though. They just need a little bit of something just to kind of make them pop a bit. I mean, the sky's not too bad in the background. Got a bit of cloud, so we should have a bit of interest there. The sun is coming up. There's quite a lot of low-level clouds, so I think it's just going to keep popping through every so often. So I'm going to get set up here, and yeah, and I'll take you through it. So with this, because it's a fairly sort of straight-on shot, I've just used a bit of front rise, because obviously looking up, the top of the trees are just going out of the frame, so a bit of front rise just corrects that, brings them back in, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm actually going to use a red filter on it today. We've got a little bit of blue sky, these white fluffy clouds, so I want to try and get a bit of separation between them and make the skies look as dramatic as I can. I'm going to build it up. It's got quite a small filter thread on that lens. It's actually 40.5 mil, so I've actually had to use 3 screw-in sort of step-up rings just to get it up to 77 mil, which is my red filter size. I'm going to need to increase the exposure by adding this red filter. So to work out what I'm going to need to add, I can take a meter reading of the sky. So let's get it to f22, and then if I add in the filter, so it looks about 2.5 stops, 16.5 down to about 8, so it's between about 2 and 2.5 stops. So that sun is struggling to come through. It is up there, you can see behind me, but there's a lot of cloud. It looks very pretty going over that way. You've got some fantastic sort of bands of cloud, but that sun is struggling to pop through. It has done it a couple of times, but yeah, not while I've been set up. So I don't know whether to just keep waiting for it to come through, or whether I just go ahead with it as it is now. It's quite nicely evenly lit. It's just that when I saw it with a little bit of light, especially on that top bit of foliage, it really did help. So I think I probably will wait around a little bit more and just see if I can just get a little bit of sun. So for the metering of this shot, I'm using Fomapan 100 black and white film. And on my meter, instead of setting it at ISO 100, I've allowed for the red filter, so that's 2 to 2.5 stops. So I've dropped it down to ISO 20. So I'm going to meter at ISO 20, and I want to shoot at about f22. So the darkest part is down bottom left of the tree. And the brightest part is going to obviously be one of the brightest clouds in the sky. So, you know, a meter for the darkest and the lightest. And there's not actually a huge range of exposures there. I mean, it's only about 4 stops, 4 to 5 stops. So what I'll do is I'll come up about 1.5 stops from the darkest part, let the sky go over, that's fine. And yeah, so it brings me out about half a second at f22. So if you're wondering where Barney is today, I decided to leave him at home, and this is a nature reserve and they have certain dates where dogs need to be on leads, and although that isn't until next week, that rule comes in, I just decided to leave him. I'm quite happy for him to just go off and do his own thing. I mean, he doesn't really stray far from me, and I do trust him, but I just thought, oh, I'll leave him at home. But part of me kind of wishes he was here. I really miss not having him around, and hopefully he will be back for the next one. So yeah, please tune in if you only tune in to see Barney. Nope, I'm not going to photograph it. It does look good, but I haven't got the right lens. I'm looking up. I want to try and keep the sky out of the next shot because the sky's not doing anything now. It's pretty featureless, and I'll have to look up, and yeah, I need a tighter lens to get in there, just to get a little bit of that nice sort of structure that's going on in the middle. That's all I really kind of like. I don't really want any of the background coming in, so that's a no. So I've decided to get a shot here. I really wanted to get a shot with a tree coming out of the rock, but all the ones I found further up were too much sort of looking up. There's too much sky in, and I didn't really want that. I just wanted just rock or tree. So I'm going to stick with this, just do it as a bit of a detail. It's quite sort of square on. We've just got a nice kind of diagonal coming in and coming in from the top there, leading down to this root system down here. So yeah, I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to do a shot of colour neg, Kodak Ektar, and I've metered about 10 seconds at f/22. We've got a really dark patch under there. I'm not too worried, but I'm going to come up about 2.5 stops from that darkest spot right under there. Yeah, so there we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think I might call it a day. I was going to go on and do a third shot, but I'm not really feeling it. The weather's pretty drab now. I've got a shot of these tall conifers, but I don't think I really want to do anything else. I don't really have any light to play with. There's nothing that's kind of really jumping out at me, so I think I will call it a day. Thank you so much for watching again. I promise Barney will be back next week, and please leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of the photos, and I will see you next time. Okay, cheers, bye bye.